Hello and welcome to Straight to the Point. In today's episode, we are showcasing a small number of bugs and glitches you can perform on Sonic 2 for the 8-bit era. All footage is recorded directly from the Sega Master System or the Sega Game Gear via a VGA output mod. However, these tips can be executed via emulation too, and more than likely on any official ports found in games such as Sonic Adventure DX. Let's begin in Sky High Zone with quite a useful one. The majority of us wants to avoid these contraptions, and now you can. If you roll just before the hang glider and jump and hold right, you may just make the other side. For some reason, Sonic gains a tremendous amount of speed while airborne after a roll. This is a glitch that we can use to our advantage in many ways later on. But before we get there, here's another funny but less useful bug. If you slowly approach and grab the hang glider, you can then backtrack and moonwalk with it. You can also stand there and Sonic will either freeze with terror or will have a panic attack. You cannot jump off of this, so just walk to the edge to end this madness. Staying in the same location, you can get under this wall on the SMS version only. You'll have to do this quickly while invulnerable, as you'll constantly lose rings otherwise. But if you manage to cram underneath the edge and jump, you'll sort of break the game. Sonic vanishes and the collision goes haywire. Sometimes blocks of clouds will disintegrate and you can still bump into objects. Even the terrain will reveal rings. Eventually you'll end up dying or getting a time over, and if you do, the game will then just lock up and you're forced to reset the console. In the next act, you have to use this thing to get the emerald. But what if I told you we can put the rolling glitch to use instead? In this area, try running, then do a roll on the third cloud, but immediately press a jump button. Holding the jump and right on the D-pad, you'll bounce again, but you'll crash into the Chaos Emerald. Sonic is gobsmacked. Here's probably the best bug in the game thanks to the roll glitch, although it only works on the Game Gear. At the opening of Act 2 is an extra life. If you go to the ledge on the right hand side behind the spring, then make a run, but roll off the ledge, holding left, you'll fall and recoil off of the 1-up and then collide into a diagonal spring. When you hit the spring, hold right. Now just go back and check on that extra life monitor. It's still there? You can do this as many times as you like, making this, in theory, an infinite life glitch. Jumping to Green Hills, how do you fancy some free invincibility? As you're running towards the loop, just before Sonic ascends, do a roll. Sonic will then automatically stand up and start running the loop as before, but at this point, just hold right and keep running. You'll gain a super amount of speed and can now run through Badniks. This glitch will cancel as soon as you jump or slow down. If you don't go fast enough, you'll end up decelerating and may get stuck in a loop in which you're forced to wait for a time over. The prototype of Sonic 06, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get to the final, here's a classic. More of a bug than a glitch. Finish the zone with exactly 9:59 on the clock, and you're awarded a whopping 50,000 points. Slow and steady wins the jackpot. And lastly, here's one that I was hoping could be abused, but not so much. Also, if you're sensitive to flashing lights, this is where the video may end for you because there's nothing after this. For this glitch, when you enter Eggman's chamber, just stand underneath him, but jump and strike him as soon as he sets the electricity off, and the lightning bolts will endlessly flash, and they cannot hurt you. It takes a bit of practice, and I'm sure this has to be frame perfect, but it helps to remove that one threat from the battle. Or maybe add one, I don't know. What do your eyes tell you? The yellow spinning things can still end you though, so maybe it's best to avoid this glitch. And that's Straight to the Point.